ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا محمد عبد الله ورسوله أرسله الله بالهدى إلى الناس كافة ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله وكفى بالله شهيدا يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء اتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما يا أيها الذين آمنوا ادخلوا في السلم كافة ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله عز وجل وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل بدعة كل بدعة ضلال أيها الناس أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this way of life. For this Islam, had it not been for Allah's guidance, you and I would never have been in any position to guide ourselves into this. So therefore all praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the nourisher, the sustainer, the evolver, the molder, the shepherd of all the world. Whosoever Allah in His wisdom guide to this way of life, there is actually none that can misguide. Whosoever Allah in His wisdom left unguided, there is no one that can guide. And I bear witness that there is no deity or any object worthy of worship but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I also bear witness openly, without any shame, that the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the last and final messenger sent by Allah to guide mankind after Allah has sent thousands of messengers. My dear Islam, the topic of my khutbah today, inshallah, is going to be da'wah or destruction. Either we do da'wah or we will be destroyed. Now, destruction comes in different facets. We have destruction, physical destruction. We have wealth destruction. We have personality destruction. And we have community destruction. That is what I'm talking about when I say da'wah or destruction. The word da'wah in the lexical Arabic connotation means to invite. But when this word enters into Islam, it becomes da'wah in Allah, inviting mankind to the way of Allah. So Allah said, "Ud'u ila sabili rabbika bil hikma wal mau'izati al hasana wajadilhum billati hiya ahsan." Invite them all to the way of Allah with wisdom. Wisdom, not fights. No, wisdom and beautiful speeches only. Allah said, وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا لِمَنْ دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ وَعَمِلَ صَالِحًا وَقَالَ إِنَّنِي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. Is there any job, is there anyone better than he who invite into Islam? Allah said, وَلْتَكُمْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ. Let there arise some men amongst you who will invite others into the way of the deen. You see, the Sahaba at the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they understood the message. When Allah said, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ بَشِيرًا وَنَذِيرًا وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Yes, we read this ayah all the time. Allah said, I did not send you, O Muhammad, but to be a warner and a giver of glad tidings. And Allah said, most of mankind do not know this religion. Yes, they don't know this religion. Even though Islam is the fastest growing religion in the world, yet the most misunderstood religion in the world. Why? Because we refuse to do that which Allah asked us to do. That is to invite mankind into Islam. Why would Allah choose you when Allah said, "Kuntu khayru ummat ukhrijat lin-nas"? Why? Why would Allah say, you Muslims are the best of nation, chosen to guide mankind? How could you be the chosen one? The Jewish, they were chosen. The Bani Israel, they were chosen at one point in time, but they failed. They failed so miserably. Then Allah told the Nasara, gave them the book, the Injil. They also deviated from the path and they failed. It is my time and your time. Allah said, "Kuntu khayra ummati." Now, you, the Muslims, are the best of nation, evolved to guide mankind. But you can never be the best of people unless you do two things. Ta'amuruna bil ma'ruf wa tanhauna 'anil munkar. If you don't do this, how could you be? No. You can never be the best of people unless you invite to mankind. The Sahaba, according to Imam Ghazali in his book Ihya Ulumuddin, the abridged version, Imam Ghazali said, more than 75% of the Sahaba, they died outside Arabian Peninsula. Why? Because Allah said, وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Most of mankind do not know. So they move all over the world. That's why you find Islam spread so fast. But what we do today, we fold our arms, we sit down on the couch, we got a cell phone, and we got a, what do you call that? The remote control, and we change channels, man, and we think da'wah belongs to the sheikhs or the imam. No, it belongs to you. The messenger said, "Balligh anni walau ayah." Even if it is one ayah, that is the wisdom. If you have one ayah and you use that ayah, Allah in His wisdom will reinforce you with meaningful information to continue in this way of life. See, I live in America for 34 years. That's where I live. And I'm doing dawah for 29 years. Never worked in my life for 29 years. Alhamdulillah, the U.S. government have given me 6 prisons. And I go all over the United States and I present Islam. Alhamdulillah, you see people, they need Islam. They're blind, they're looking for guidance. Allah gave you the guidance. You got books all over the place. You got the shuyukhs and imams. You don't take no advantage. Wallahi, they beg for Islam. They don't have it. And you have it. So what do? There was a time in Medina, some Arab Christians, these were Arabs, but they were Christians, Christian monks, Christian pastors. At the time of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they heard that in Medina there is a man who is claiming to be the recipient of revelation. So they came to Medina, Masjid al-Nabawi. They cross-examined the Messenger of Islam. They want to know if indeed he's the Messenger of Allah. They want to know if indeed he received revelation, because they have the Injil. They want to cross-examine him, ask him few questions pertaining revelation and prophethood. They stay in Masjid al-Nabawi. Sayyid Qudri mentioned that. And so many, Muslim scholars that live at the time of Muhammad. We have so many hadiths to that effect. They stayed in Masjid al-Nabawi for 1 week. During that communication with the Messenger of Islam, one of them asked the Messenger, لَنْ يَدْخُلَ الْجَنَّةِ إِلَّا مَنْ كَانَ هُودًا أَوْ نَصَارًا. You Muhammad, mashallah, you will never enter Jannah, you and the Sahaba, إِلَّا مَنْ كَانَ هُودًا أَوْ نَصَارًا. That's what they said. What did Muhammad say? He couldn't give an answer. He waited. وَمَا يَنْتُقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ. So Allah sent the answer. تِلْكَ أَمَانِيُّهُمْ, Allah said. Then Allah said, قُلْ Muhammad, tell them, هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. Let them bring their evidence which destined them to heaven and put you to hell. What is their evidence? The Bible. In Hausa, in Fulani, in Kanuri, in Yarbanchi, and in everything. In English, in German, in everything. They have different Bibles. This is the Burhan. My Bible says this, for God so loved the world. Jesus, this is their Burhan. The question is, why would Allah ask you to ask them for the Burhan? Allah wants you to analyze the Burhan, to look in the Burhan. Allah said, okay, they bought the Burhan. What are you going to do? Believe in that? No. Check it out, man. You got to check it out. And when you check it out, you find information that is consistent with Islam. Because Allah said, وَأَنزَلْنَا عَلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ بِالْحَقِّ مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ وَمُهَيْمِنًا عَلَيْهِ. We send down the book to you, O Muhammad, in truth, confirming the other books that came before the Quran. وَمُهَيْمِنًا عَلَيْهِ. The Quran will be a watcher, a guide, a security officer over the books that came before the Quran. Meaning, everything that Allah has given us in the Quran, bits and bits of it is also mentioned in the Torah and the Injil. So therefore, it is our duty to rise up. Look around you. I see when I came yesterday to Katsina, and I've seen a lot of customers. Who are the customers? The Christians, these are my customers, man. I see them all over the place. They don't have no hijab, no niqab. I see them, it's like, man, this is my job. It's easy. It's very easy to talk to them. So easy. The thing is, if you don't speak to it, then it becomes a problem. They see you going to the masjid, they see you fasting, they see you go hard, and you never mention anything to them. You never invite them to Islam. If they don't invite Islam, they will invite you. They're very cunning. See, that's what we do in America. We call them. Because the Quran said, give us that chance to do that. قُلْ يَا أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ تَعَالَوْا إِلَىٰ كَلِمَةٍ سَوَاءٍ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَكُمْ. Allah said, call them, invite them for an issue that is concerning us and you. The first one, Allah na'budu illa Allah. We worship none but Allah azza wa jalla. وَلَا نُشْرِكَ بِهِ شَيْئًا. We don't associate partner with Allah. وَلَا يَتَّخِذَ بَعْضُنَا بَعْضًا أَرْبَابًا مِنْ دُونِ اللَّهِ. We don't take no one from amongst ourselves because of his knowledge and prowess, worship him towards Allah. If you tell them this and they refuse, then فَقُولُوا اشْهَدُوا بِأَنَّا مُسْلِمٌ. Your duty is to present the message, period. Yes. So if someone come along and say to you, I am the way, the truth, and the life, and no one goes to the Father but through me. You heard that word before, right? The Christian used that word. The pastor, he's on the pulpit, he used this word to catch so many unsuspecting Muslims who are not educated in their deen. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. No one goes to the Father but through me. These guys call me on WhatsApp. They say, Sheikh, can you give us, my friend said, he quoted the Bible in the book of John chapter 8, that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. What do I tell him? There's no one goes to heaven but through Jesus. I said, I don't know if Jesus said that. But if he said that, let's analyze it and see if what he said makes sense. Tell them, I told the guy, I said, look, tell them, at the time of Moses, who was the way, the truth, and the life? Who? There was no Jesus. Moses was the way because his way leads to Allah. He was the truth because whatever he said comes from Allah. And no one at the time of Moses goes to heaven unless he believed in Moses' prophethood. At the time of Noah, Ibrahim, Ismail, who? They are all ways. They are all true. And no one goes to the heaven unless he followed them at the time that they existed. Listen, Jesus did not say, I am the only way. He said, I am the way. Yes, he was the way. The time that he existed, he was the way. True. He didn't say, I am the only way. He said, I am the way at the time that I exist. But Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the way today. The Quran said, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ ذُنُوبَكُمْ. If you love Allah, following him. Muhammad is the way. Now, he is the way. No any other way, no any other books. Empirical evidence prove that Islam is a revitalizing religion. It has blood. What I mean is that it is a living religion. All the religions are dead. All of them are dead. In our masjid in America, wallahi, we buy churches, man. We buy churches and we transform it into masjid. My masjid is called Masjid Hope Masjid. It's a Hope Catholic church. We bought that. Very expensive masjid because nobody's going to church anymore. People are thinking, in the age of thinking, Jesus born by Mary, the baby, they breastfeed him, he went to the toilet, God, no. The human mind is thinking now. Gone are the missionary days. Now is the thinking mind. So Allah said, Man Masihu Isa ibn Maryam, Rasulullah. Most certainly, Jesus Christ, the son of Mary, is the messenger of Allah. Many were the messengers that came and passed before him. وَأُمُّهُ صِدِّيقًا. Watch this. Look at the miracle. وَأُمُّهُ صِدِّيقًا, Allah said. His mother, a virtuous woman, a godly woman, a good woman, a saintly woman. Then Allah says something. Kana ya'kulani ta'am. Why is Allah telling me and you that Jesus and his mother ate food? Because there are some who worship Mary. as the mother of God. The Roman Catholic, the Maronites, every Wednesday, they bow down to the statue of Mary and they say, Hail Mary, full of grace, Mother of God, blessed art thou above the women of all the world. They worship you as God. Then some worship Jesus Christ as God. So, if these are two people that you worship, Allah said, Kana ya'kulani ta'am. Look, they have eaten. If you eat, what will happen? Sooner or later, you go to the toilet, or the bushes, or the rocks. And what do you do? Don't tell me I know. You begin to do your thing. And what happened? Flies. Look at buzzing around you. Because Allah said, Unzur, look. Summa unzur. In case your mind is dull, unzur. Look, he's eating food. You see your God? Summa unzur. That's anna yunfikun. Why did you deviate it? It's a common, it's just logic in the Quran. So now it's your turn to turn the table. They have so many ways. In America, wallahi, they make a long line to accept Islam. We go to prison and we invite them into Islam. I have many prisons that I go to in the United States, the western part of America. And I invite them to Islam. And by the time we even open our mouth to invite them into Islam, they made a long line waiting to accept Islam. That tells you that Allah said, وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Most of mankind. That's why Islam is the most misunderstood religion. Because we don't present Islam the way it should be presented. Islam is not an emotional religion. No, it's not. No, don't even go there. The message, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in Mecca and Medina, has he ever raised his hand and condemned Mecca? Did he ever pray that Allah should damn Mecca or any other place? No. He's a rahmah. He came from mercy. فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِنَ اللَّهِ بِنْتَ لَهُ وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَزًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ لَانفَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ فَاعْفُ عَنْهُمْ وَاسْتَغْفِرْ لَهُمْ وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ فَإِذَا عَزَمْتَ فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ سُبْحَانَ اللَّهِ. You call me terrorist, Muhammad terrorist? Allah said, look at the mercy that he exhibits. Allah said, Muhammad, because of the mercy I've given you, I've infused in you. That's why your Sahaba are all around you. Let me tell you something, Muhammad. وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَزًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ. Had it been you are harsh unto them, they will run away from you. لَنْ فَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ. You will never see a single human being right in front of you. Therefore, have mercy on them. Overlook their shortcomings. Do something wrong, just overlook their shortcomings. In fact, وَاسْتَغْفِرْ لَهُمْ. Pray for Allah's forgiveness to them. In fact, invite them for any mushawarat. Let them be involved so they will feel comfortable to be part and parcel of the status quo. I am Allah, I can give you everything. But Allah said, talk to them. Sit down and dialogue among them. Once you reach whatever you want to think about, فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ الْمُتَوَكِّلِينَ. Allah loves those who depend on Him. And so this is how we approach the Christians. Wallahi, it's so very easy. It's so easy. I have a school in America where I teach. It's a Da'wah training center. And I teach people, after I'm teaching them, when I'm done teaching them, after 3-4 weeks, we go outside the street to demonstrate how to present Islam. I said, watch me. I'll just make a move, man. I go to somebody, I say, how you doing, man? Islam left. I say, I don't know. Islam left. So we just start to laugh. I struck conversation. It's a hikmah. You give me attention. And I begin to talk to him. And now he listens. By the time I'm done, I say, okay, so you believe in all what I've said? That makes sense? Yeah, it makes sense. That's in the Quran. So the only way to be a Muslim is to bear witness. Can you bear witness now? He said, of course I bear witness. What you said is true. So, my students, they listen to me and they watch me. So we call that 15 minutes shahada. In 15 minutes, you could give shahada easily. So what are we doing? I'm here. I came to Nigeria 1 month ago. I'm going to be doing another 2 weeks and I'm going to go back to the States. I'm supposed to spend 2 months here. I've been to like 6 or 7 different states. I came yesterday. And I think it's about time that I also give some of the goodies that I come with. Therefore, this is a message for you and me, looking for a way forward. We've seen a lot of bloodshed. We've seen a lot of fighting. We don't have to fight no more. We have to use our wisdom, our hikmah to present Islam. But that's what Islam is all about. الحمد لله رب العالمين صلى الله على خاتم الانبياء والمرسلين وعلى كل ملائكه المقربين وعلى عباد الله الصالحين برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين. Brothers in Islam, how do you speak to an atheist, someone who doesn't believe in Allah? He doesn't believe in Allah. See, in the States where I live for 34 years, and I'm still living there, the atheists say there's no Allah. He said God does not exist. So why should I believe in God when I have my money, I have my car, I have my house, I have a good job, I landed on the moon, I did all these computers, I'm rich. I don't need no God. What's God gonna give me? I don't need no God. I got everything. He thinks so. He said, there's no God. That's atheist. Then we have some people, I don't know if they're here yet, we call them agnostics. Agnostics believe that God created the universe and then he removed himself away from everybody else. Let us fend for ourselves. He created everything and then he removed himself. It's up to you and I to, get the fact. Then we have these. These are those who said God exists, but we can't quantify his majesty. In other words, we can't grasp. The connection is too heavy. We can't understand God. That's the deists. Then we have the secularists, those who believe in modernity. Everything, as long as I'm doing good, I could be naked and everything, as long as I don't encroach nobody's space, I'm okay. This is their thinking. This is what we call secularists. And then we have so many ideologies. So in this situation, how would you sell Islam? And then we have those who also said they believe in science. They don't believe in anything. The atheists, they depend on science. Whatever they can do, fine. Because the white man will never believe you if you say the Messenger ﷺ received the Quran from Allah. You tell him that, he said, you crazy, man. What do you mean? The messenger, the angel came down, gave him the Quran. Man, please, what's wrong with you? You having a problem with your brain? Why would you mean the messenger came down, the Jibril gave him the Quran? Man, please, let's stop. Do you have a problem? You know, I'll have no problem. It's the fact. What a white man, he wants to see is that he wants to see, he wants to touch, he wants to analyze. Until that's his thinking. He wants to see and feel, take it to the laboratory. So how would you talk to someone that thinks like that? In thinking like that, we said, Allah said in the Quran, وَلَقَدْ صَرَفْنَا فِي هَذَا الْقُرْآنِ لِلنَّاسِ مِنْ كُلِّ مَثَلٍ وَكَانَ الْإِنسَانَ أَكْثَرَ شَيْءٍ جَدَلًا. Allah said, كُلَّ شَيْءٍ فَصَّلْنَاهُ تَفْصِيلًا. Allah said, in هذا القرآن, so many places. This Quran is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we use the Quran scientifically, atheistically, secularistically to present Islam. Each and every angle that you come, we have no problem. In America, no problem. Wallahi, America is a fertile ground for Islam. Forget about the president, I don't know his name, the president of the United States, I don't know how to get his name. Forget about him. Muslim, they are scared. They are so scared about Islam. All the other religions are dead in front of them. Islam is alive. It has blood. You can't mess around with Islam. And the only religion that can stand in front of the Western nation is Islam. That's why we're having all these problems. We refuse to be subjugated because our deen permeates deep into our blood, our marrow. It is our life, our living is Islam. The Quran is a source of guidance in the Sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So therefore, we refuse to back down. But Allah said something about a man who lived in America. He's a thinker. He wrote over 70 books. His name is Carl Sagan, Professor Carl Sagan. He's a scientific man. most of the Western science today is used, his books are being used. He said, few years ago, he said 20 billion years ago, there was no heaven, there was no earth, there was no Jupiter, no Neptune, no Mars, no Uranus. None of this established solar system existed 20 billion years ago. Nothing existed. He said 3 elements existed: hydrogen, helium, and huge amount of dust. Hydrogen, helium, and huge amount of dust. These 3 elements, he said, bind together and became so fused. Then they begin to, become so huge and unbelievably so huge, occupying the space. Then heat and radiation, boom, it blasted. They call that the Big Bang. It happened 20 billion years ago. But how do they know? They know. Why? They send balloon and satellite into atmosphere to take picture of the rarefied materials, bring it down to Earth, analyze it. Then they can see the red section of the spectrum light is moving away from each other, meaning the universe is perpetually expanding. And they gave us a principle to find out. If you have a balloon, the balloon, once you get the balloon, put it down, don't blow it, get a pen and make a dot around it. Turn it around, make a dot. Now you begin to blow it. As you blow it, you see the dotlet is moving away from each other, meaning the universe is perpetually expanding. Or get a water, a stagnant water, get a stone and throw it in it. You see that the water is called ripple effect. Ripple. That's how the universe is acting as we sit here. Every 15 seconds, the universe expands 1 million miles every 50 seconds from 20 billion years ago. It's moving. Science called that the expanding universe. But how do they know? Carl Sagan was given a lot of money. He's given a Nobel Prize. He traveled all over the world, and he's the one that brought this information. So we asked him, Mr. Carl Sagan. Yeah, we asked him, Mr. Carl Sagan, when did you stumble on this vital information of science? He said, well, about 75 years ago. We do research, and we send the balloon and satellite, we bring it down to Earth, we analyze it, and we realize this is how the universe operates. We say, all right, beautiful, beautiful. But is it also possible that any human being over 1,000 years make this profound statement? Say, no. This is quantum mechanics. This is nuclear fusion. This is mathematics. Impossible. We just knew that 75 years ago. We said, listen to the son of the desert through inspiration. When Allah said, أَوَلَمْ يَرَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا أَنَّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ كَانَتَا رَتَقًا فَفَتَقْنَاهُمَا وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ أَفَلَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. Allah said, do not the unbelievers see? The unbelievers, they don't believe in Allah. Allah said, all right. With all your telescope, haven't you seen? Do not the unbelievers see that the heaven and earth was joined together at one point? Then we separated them asunder, and we made from water every living thing, wounded and believed. Subhanallah. How could a man in the desert, far from civilization, without any computerization, be able to quantify in his mind that the universe came into being as a result of the separation? The Quran said, Fatak Ratak. Fatak Ratak. That's how it happened. So who told Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Allah said, لَكِنَّ اللَّهَ يَشْهَدْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ إِلَيْكَ أَنزَلَهُ بِإِلْمِهِ وَمَلَائِكَةُ يَشْهَدُونَ. Then Allah said, وَكَفَى بِاللَّهِ شَهِيدًا. Oh Muhammad, whatever I've given you, it came from my own fountainhead of knowledge. The angels who are closer to me, they bear witness. No, I am the ultimate witness. Because we will show them, سَنُرِيكُمْ آيَاتُنَا فِي الْآفَاقِ وَفِي أَنفُسِكُمْ حَتَّى يَتَبَيَّنَ لَكُمْ أَنَّهُ الْحَقُّ. أَوَلَمْ يَكْفِ بِرَبِّكُمْ. This is what we tell the Christians, and they realize. They just get baffled. Who told Muhammad this? How did he know? This is modern science. Yes. But how could he know? You tell me. So this is part and parcel of the information that we deliver our message without any fight. It's an intellectual exercise. There's no need to fight. Absolutely not. Islam is a pure, natural religion. The people outside who don't have Islam, they are waiting for you to open your mouth. They have what we call fitrah. Fitra is the natural inclination that Allah has injected in each and every human being to accept the truth. But if you don't go and deliver, how could he listen? Jama'a, karshen guduwa ta kai, mafi yawanci a ɗauka bana jin Hausa. To ga yana duniya, duk daga Hausan na yi. Ko ba haka ba, ni babban latari ne ba Hausa ne. Shekara 33 ina Amerika, aikin da nake yi. Kiran mutane zuwa ga wannan zuwa tabarkin Ubangiji. Kuma irin wannan aiki Ubangiji Allah ya sanya mu. Allah wani woman ahsan qawlan liman da'a ila Allah, shi da akwai wani aikin da yake kira zuwa musulunci. Kada ka dauka baka da ilimi. Da arziki duk wanda Allah ya yi wa arziki, Allah ya ba shi aljanna kyauta. Amma yayi aiki da wannan. Duk wanda Allah ba ilimi, yayi aiki da wannan ilimin din nan. Duk wanda Allah kai ko meye ba wanda Allah bai ba shi wani abu ba. Wannan mai arziki ne, wannan mai hikima ne, wannan dan boko ne, wannan mai rubutu, kowa da abin da ya bashi. Kada ka dauka cewa wannan na da arziki kaza ni ba ni. Ka duba kanka, afala tusiru shi ba ka da duba kanka da kanka, ka duba kai da kake da shi. Abin da kila kake da shi, yanzu mai arziki da zarar dole sai ya dan buga kadan. Ina kai a kamun abin da makaniki ba zai yi wurin aiki ba, ba zai je wurin miti ba, ba zai iya ba, dole sai ya dauko wannan makaniki ya zo dan sarrafa mar abin da motarsa ya yi. Kaza kowa da aikinsa, ba wanda ke wani wurin Allah. Ganin daman Allah ya yi wannan arziki na kuɗi, ya ba wannan talauci. Allah na jarabtar mutane kan bangare daban-daban. Wani ya samar musiba, kai wani ya bashi yara, wani ya hana shi yara din ma, wani kai ubangiji wasa ne. Haka dukkan abin da Allah ya wa mutum ya ɗauka kaddara ce, ba an zuwa zamna ba dindindin. Wani irin zama dindindin. Su waye masu kuɗin garin nan? Masu manyan motoci ina suke fatin motar su kan gadon su waje ga karnuka ga bera ga abin da suna ta yawo ciki. Wannan motar miliyan shara ne, ba abin da yake tabbas ne sai mutuwa. Tabbas kuma mutuwa take tabbas, amma duk wani abu da mijin Allah ya yi komai, ba abin da Allah ya bari. Wani kulli wuce da kuma muwalli sai Allah ce fastabiqul khairat aina ma taqulu dukkan wani abu Allah ya shirya kan manzalinsa. Ai gasa wurin aikata aikin nagarta mana, da zarar kun dau wannan matsayi sai Allah ya kawo duk inda kuke, Allah ya haɗa ku daya saboda ku yi ma Allah aiki. Wannan shine abin da ke akwai. Ubangiji Allah ya muku albarka. Ayyukan da ake ciki fafatuka aje a nemo masu faskare masu kaza da kaza, ubangijin Allah ya sa albarka cikin ayyukansu. Yaranmu ubangijin Allah ya yi musu albarka. Ubangijin Allah ya ba su ilimi na zamani na Qur'ani. Iyayenmu mata ubangijin Allah ƙara musu haƙuri. Iyayenmu mata Allah ya musu albarka, ubangijin Allah ya ƙara musu albarka. Ubangijin Allah duk tsakanin mutum da duk wanda ke da wani cuta na la haula wala quwwa, ubangijin Allah ya yi masa. Wanda kuma ke da lafiya Allah ƙara masa lafiya. Allah ya sa wa duniya na salamu salam. Allah ya kiyaye mu baki daya. Wannan masallaci ne albarka, Allah ya ƙara masa albarka. Wanda gina wannan masallaci Allah ya bar albarka. Mutum suke zuwa nan sallah ubangijin Allah ya musu albarka. Allahumma rabbana atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhaban nar. Allahumma rabbana ighfir lana dhunubana wa kaffir 'anna sayyi'atina wa tawaffana ma'al abrar. Allahumma rabbana ighfir lana wa li ikhwanina sabaquna bil iman wa la taj'al fi qulubina ghillan lil ladzina amanu rabbana innaka ra'ufur rahim. اللهم صل على خاتم الانبياء والمرسلين وعلى كل ملائكه المقربين وعلى عباد الله الصالحين برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين. عباد الله ان الله يامر بالعدل والاحسان وايتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون ونذكر الله تعالى على واعز واجل واتم واهم واكبر واقيموا الصلاه يا عباد